What's up, buddies? What, Jim? And I'm joined by Nick again. I think this is the second time he's appeared on my channel, and we're reviewing the 1971 Nilsson Schmilsson album, as well as reviewing our top 5 songs by the legendary Harry Nilsson. The Beatles' favorite band was Harry Nilsson, even though he's not really a band; he's more of a solo artist.
Interesting.
But the Nilsson Schmilsson album, I chose this album in particular as my favorite Harry Nilsson album, and it's in my top 15 albums of all time as well. Is it your favorite, Nick?
My favorite so far. I heard a handful of his songs in the past. This and his first album are the only ones I really listened to it its entirety. This is probably my second favorite of the two. There's some really good songs on this album. There are some songs I'm not as into on this album, but the strengths on this album more than make up for it, though.
Yeah, I've only heard a couple of Harry Nilsson albums. The other one I've heard is also behind me, and that's Aerial Ballet, which has Everybody's Talking on it.
Yeah, that song's amazing.
Which is probably Harry Nilsson's biggest song probably.
Mm-hmm.
It appeared in the Midnight Cowboy movie, which, to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of that movie, but I'm a fan of that song though.
Mm-hmm. First time I ever heard Harry Nilsson was.
So I guess we'll review each track.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the first time I ever heard Harry Nilsson was at the end of Reservoir Dogs when they used the coconut. The credit scene, I thought was a pretty, I thought it was a.
Oh yeah, the coconut song.
Yeah.
The first time I knew about Harry Nilsson was with the song Without You. I originally thought he sang it, but no, it was Bad Thing who originally sang it. But I prefer Harry Nilsson's version though.
Gotcha.
But there's 10 tracks on this album, and we'll go through each track and we'll let you know our top 5 songs from the album and what we rate the album out of 10. So the album starts off with "Gotta Get Up," which is one of my favorite Harry Nilsson songs. So I'm not going to say a lot about it because it's going to appear in my top 5. But I think it's a perfect album opener to the album. It's one of the first tracks I knew from this. It was probably the second track I knew after Without You.
I also don't know how. I'm not gonna have a whole lot to say about it now because it's also my top 5. The song is amazing. Just feel the vibrance of it right away. It's such a awesome opener. You could just hear the mood of the album right away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The second track on the album is Driving Along, which I think is nearly as good as Gotta Get Up, but I do prefer Gotta Get Up though. I don't really have a lot to say about it. I love the driving, like you can hear cars driving in the background. I just think the song is just another brilliant song of the album. It's just not what I've got a lot to say about.
It's another good song on the album. Again, nice sort of like chill song. You know, I like the style that Harry Nilsson has on his albums. It's like, especially this one. This album has like a nice relaxed feel to it. It's like the album cover. We should talk about the album cover. It's such a cool album cover.
Yeah.
Even though
I love the album cover.
The album cover perfectly depicts the music that's in it. I will say that. And
yeah,
it's a really good song. I quite like it.
Mm-hmm. So the third track on the album is one of the few covers on the album. That's Early in the Morning, which is probably my least favorite track on the album, but I still think it's pretty great. I just think it's got this organ sound in it, but it gets a bit monotonous towards the end of the song. But I do really like the vibe of it, and I think Harry Nilsson does a great vocal performance here.
I like this song too. I wouldn't say it's one of my least favorites. It's actually one of my favorites on the album. I get where you're coming from though. But yeah, this is
Cool.
another fantastic song on the album.
The fourth song on the album is the Moonbeam song, which is another Harry Nilsson song that's in my top 5. So I'll just quickly go through it here. But I think it's a really beautiful track. I think it fits really well on the album. I think it could have been a great way of ending the first side, but I think the song that ends the first side is it's still a really good one.
I really like this song. Just barely didn't make my top 5 songs on this album. Still really good though.
Yeah,
I enjoy it. It's a good song.
and of course the first side ends with the song Down, which I think is one of the best vocal performances that Harry Nilsson does. I think it just does such a fantastic job.
This is one of 3 songs I'm not that into. It's okay. Not one of my favorites. It's towards the bottom of the list. It's okay though.
It's also got horns on it as well. I think quite a few songs on this album have horns on them. But then we move on to side 2, which opens up with Without You. Like not only my favorite track from this album, but another one of my favorite Harry Nilsson songs. So I'll leave my thoughts for that. But I'll just say that in my opinion, this song has the best male vocal performance out of any song I've heard.
This is an amazing song. He really puts his emotions into this song. It's quite good. I really enjoy this song. It's one of those songs that stands out on the album. It's definitely up there in my ranking of the songs on this album. It didn't quite make my top 5 songs from him, but it's definitely in my top 10 at least.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be in top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
The second track on the album is pretty much the opposite of Without You. That I still really like the song. It's a song Coconut, but I've always called it the Coconut song. It's a song that does get quite samey in terms of the lyrics, but I don't really have that much of an issue. I love that Harry's doing different sort of voices in the song, trying to act like different people in the song. I do really like the vibe of it, and of course it was like you said before we started this, that it was used in Reservoir Dogs.
This is probably my least favorite song on the album. I never really cared for this song. The only reason why I'd say the rest of the songs on this album are better, especially Without You and Gotta Get Up, and another song that I like. This is never been the biggest fan of the song.
It's probably my second least favorite from the album. But the third track, the second side, which is the last cover of the album, that's Let the Good Times Roll. And this is probably my favorite rendition of that song. I just love every single thing about it.
Huh, cool. I my favorite version of the song is probably the original by Sam Cooke. I'd probably say my second favorite is the Rolling Stones version, and then I'd say the Jimi Hendrix version. It's like in my third favorite.
I like the Animals version as well. The Animals version.
Oh yeah, there's like 5. There's like over 3 versions of this. There's like so much versions of the song. I like the song. Again, did make my top 5 on the album, but still pretty good.
The penultimate track on the album is the 6-minute epic, or almost 7-minute epic, That's Jump Into the Fire, which has an incredible drum solo in the song. I think if the song was a couple minutes shorter, it would probably be my top 3 tracks on the album. But I think with how it is, it's probably my top 5 from the album.
Surprisingly, this is my second least favorite on the album. I didn't really care for it that much either. Like, I'd say the bottom 2 songs is what's preventing this from being a 9 out of 10, oh, at least a 9 out of 10. It's like you have like 6 amazing songs, you got like 2 pretty good songs, and you got 2 songs I don't really care for.
Fair enough.
Yeah, again, one of my least favorites on the album.
And then the album ends with another beautiful Harry Nilsson song, and that's I'll Never Leave You, which I think is a perfect way of closing this 10 song album.
This song's amazing. I'm not gonna say it now, but this
It's very
is one of my
very
favorites.
underrated.
Oh yeah, it's
Yes,
extremely
it's
underrated.
very underrated as well.
I love the song. It's I think the song's amazing.
I think I rate all the songs on the album 10 out of 10 except for Early in the Morning and Coconut. I'll probably rate all the other songs a 10.
Okay.
But now we'll go through our top 5 tracks on the album. I'll let you go first, Nick.
Okay. My number 5, Driving Along. Number 4, Early in the Morning. Number 3, Without You. Number 2, Gotta Get Up. And my favorite song on the album, I'll Never Leave You.
I'll do my number 1 and then work my way to my number 5. So my number 1 would be Without You. 2 is Gotta Get Up. Actually, no, 2 is the Moonbeam song. My number 3 is Gotta Get Up. My number 4, I'll go with I'll Never Leave You. And my number 5, I'm either going to go with Driving Along or let the good times roll and jump into the fire. I'll probably go with Driving Along as my number 5.
Okay.
Now I'll give the album rating. So as it's in my top 15 albums, I give it a 10 out of 10, in my opinion.
That's fair. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. But some of these songs could grow on me, but as of now, as it stands, it's an 8.5 out of 10.
Cool. Yeah. Right. So that's the first part of this live stream done, reviewing the Nilsson Schmilsson album. Now we'll reveal our top 5 Harry Nilsson songs. So should we do honorable mentions first, or should we do them before we get to number 1?
I don't have that many honorable mentions, so I guess I'll go over my honorable mentions.
I would say
good. What's that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Good Times. I'm gonna lose my mind from the debut. 10 Little Indians. You can't do that without her. River Deep Mountain High. That's a good version of that song. Daddy Song, Together. One, Bath. Those are good songs from that album. And I'd say a big highlight, big honorable mention would be Without You.
Yeah. I've got a couple of honorable mentions. That is the song 1, which also appears in the Lego Batman movie. And also the song You Can't Do That, which is sort of a Beatles cover, but it's sort of just paying homage to lots of other Beatles songs. He does like Strawberry Fields Forever, and there's a few others. I think he does Yesterday in there as well. So they're my honorable mentions. But now I'll get to our number 5.
Cool. My number 5, I'm going to go with the opening to Nilsson Schmilsson's album, Gotta Get Up. Are you one over?
That's fine. That's fine. It's my number 5 too.
It's a great number 5. I love this song so much. It's like, it's such an uplifting song. It's like, gotta get up, gotta get up. It's such a great opening track to that album. Love it so much.
Yeah, I love the instrumentation on the album. Yeah, I think it's got horns on this one. I'm not sure. Has it got an accordion? Might even have an accordion on this song. But yeah, I love every single thing about it. I think
Cool.
it definitely begins on a high with that song. But then I'll move on to our number 4.
My number 4 is going to be Cuddly Toy from Pandemonium Shadow Show. This is a really good song. First time I ever heard it was from the Monkees with their version because Harry Nilsson wrote it for them. Then he does his version of it. I still prefer the Monkees version, but man, this is a great song, and you can't go wrong with the original writer singing it.
Yeah, I prefer the Monkees version as well. You've got Davy Jones on lead vocals.
Yeah, you
But
got
I find this song really
got Mickey Dolenz on backup vocals too, which is cool.
yeah, that's pretty cool. But it's a very catchy song. It's one that gets stuck in your head, but yeah, I really like that song. But my number 4 is another song from the Nilsson Schmilsson album. That's the song, the Moonbeam song. I think it's one of his best ballads. I love the lyrics and the vocals. I love the backing vocals he provides as well. I just think it's just got a fantastic vibe to it. Yeah, I love this one.
My number 3 is from the Aerial Ballet album behind Adam there. That's gonna be Everybody's Talking, the big hit off that album. Good for good reason because the song's amazing. When I first heard the song, I'm like, wow, this is brilliant. If this is his most known song, it's for a good reason. It's such a great song.
Number 3 is one of my favorite Christmas songs, actually, and that's "Remember" parentheses Christmas from the Sons of Schmilsson album, I believe. Yeah, I think it's a really brilliant song. It's one of my favorite Christmas songs for a reason. I just love it. I love all the lyrics and the vocals, of course. Yeah, it's a brilliant song. What else can I say?
Cool. My number 2 is going to be I'll Never Leave You from Nilsson Schmilsson. This is the second and last song that I'm using from this album. Again, it's like, to me, the best song on that album. It's such a great song. It's so underrated. It's an amazing song. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. I'll get to my number 2, which is one that you mentioned a few moments ago. That's Everybody's Talking. Of course, from the Midnight Cowboy movie. That's probably my favorite part of the movie is hearing the song, even though it does appear quite a lot in that movie. The song Everybody's Talking, but it doesn't stop it from being one of my favorite Harry Nilsson songs. I love the acoustic guitar playing and the subtle string arrangement. Yeah, and I think Harry does one of his best vocal performances here. And he didn't even write this song. Yeah, because even though he didn't write this song, it's probably his most well-known song that he ever did.
Interesting. I didn't know that. My number 1 is from his first track on the album too. The Path That Leads to Trouble from Spotlight on Nilsson. This is like, it's very different from his other songs. It's like, has like a different production to it. It's from his very first album, so you kind of expect that. It's from 1966. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the album it's from. Yeah, this is a great song. It's my favorite as of now, and it's a song that you should check out, Adam, when you get the chance to.
I actually did check it out a couple of days ago. Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. It's a great song.
Was it the third track on the first album?
It's the first song. It's the opener.
Yeah, I think it's probably a great way of opening the album. I've not heard the whole debut, but yeah, I do really like that song though. But my favourite Harry Nilsson song is my favourite song for Nilsson Schmilsson. And that's, of course, Without You. Probably, well, I think one would be the first Harry Nilsson song I ever heard, but this is the first one that I knew he sang. You know, it was Badfinger who originally sang it. But yeah, Harry Nilsson's version is my favourite version of the song. And yeah, my favourite male vocal performance. Love the piano playing, and the fact that the vocals go very loud when it gets to the chorus, and it's quite quiet in the verse as well, which I quite like. Yeah, it's in my top 50 songs of all time.
Nice. I think that song's amazing. That's probably like number 6 or number 7 on my list. If we did a top 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, great list. Yeah.
There we go to review Nilsson Schmilsson. I'll review all the top 5 Harry Nilsson songs. For anybody watching after it being live, let us know your thoughts on this on the Nilsson Schmilsson album, and let us know your favorite tracks from Harry Nilsson. I've also got Nick's channel linked in the description below as well. To try and get him to 150 subscribers.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
trying to get to 600 as well. I'm on 560 currently. So do you have any final words, Nick, before we conclude this live stream?
Yeah, I feel like I need to listen to more Harry Nilsson. Besides a couple of tracks, I'm like very impressed with what he's done so far from what I've heard from him. So I'm pretty impressed. So I'm excited to listen to more Harry Nilsson in the future.
He even did an album with John Lennon.
Really? Okay.
I think it's called Pussycats, but I've not heard it. But it's on my list of albums to listen to.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that.
Yeah. But thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, peace out and ciao.